नाजरीन अस्सलाम वालेकुम। सियासत.com पर आप सबका इस्तकबाल है। रेल किरायों में इजाफे के ऐलान की सख्त अल्फाजों में मजम्मत करते हुए कौमी जनरल सेक्रेटरी कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी ऑफ इंडिया प्रकाश कारट ने कहा कि बढ़ती हुई महंगाई से बदहाल अवाम पर मरकज मजीद बोझ आयद करते हुए आम आदमी की परेशानियों में इजाफे का काम कर रही है। एसवी भवन में मुनक्किदा प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस से खिताब करते हुए इन्होंने कहा कि CPIM इस मसले को पार्लियामेंट के मजबूजा इजलास में उठाएगी। इन्होंने मजीद कहा कि मरकजी हुकूमत को चाहिए था कि वो पार्लियामेंट के मजबूजा इजलास में राय पेश करते हुए किरायों में इजाफे का फैसला लेना था। इन्होंने नकद बदली स्कीम पर शदीद बरहमी जाहिर करते हुए कहा कि नकद बदली स्कीम का भी रासिद असर गरीब और मुतवस्सित तबके की अवाम पर पड़ेगा। इन्होंने कहा कि सब्सिडी से निजात पाने के लिए मरकजी हुकूमत नकद बदली स्कीम को रूबा अमल ला रही है। इन्होंने मजीद कहा कि नकद बदली स्कीम के लिए आधार कार्ड को लाजमी करार दिया गया है, जबकि आधार कार्ड स्कीम पूरे मुल्क में नाकाम रही है। इसके अलावा आधार कार्ड स्कीम बिल पार्लियामेंट में पेश भी नहीं हुई।
Railway Minister has announced the increase in passenger fares for all categories in the railways.
Kurchana.
It is unfortunate that fares have been increased in the
Hello, Bhaiya.
second class and sleeper and suburban trains also, which ordinary people use. Our party has criticized this decision and asked for the withdrawal of the price increase of the fares, except in the highest category, so that ordinary people are spared this burden at a time when they are already suffering from all-round price rise. The other point I'd like to make is Parliament is scheduled to begin in the third week of February and the railway budget will be placed then. Why is it that 1 month before fares have to be increased? This matter should have been placed in the railway budget before Parliament. This is an attempt to preempt the Parliament. And in Parliament, our party will move for the reversal of these fares increases when the discussion on the railway budget takes place. The second point I'd like to take up is that the government has announced the cash transfer scheme in some of the government schemes and programs from the 1st of January. We are against the cash transfer scheme being applied to those subsidies which are being given for food, for fertilizers, for cooking gas, kerosene, etc. The government is trying to reduce its subsidy burden, cut subsidies by this cash transfer scheme. Because if people are going to get cash instead of food grains, for example, under the public distribution system, it will mean that they will have to go to the market to buy the food grains. Now they are getting food grains at a fixed price. And as inflation goes up, as the cost of food grains goes up in the market, the cash subsidy will be actually fixed and will not meet the requirements. Also, we know that if you give cash, people may not buy food, they may spend it on other necessities. And this will affect badly families, including children. Nutrition will be affected. That is why we are asking the government not to apply the cash transfer scheme in all socially important goods like food grains, for fertilizer, for fuel, etc. And we will not accept this linkage to the IUID, the unique identification number that is being used. This is another attempt to restrict the welfare measures being given. And so making it universal, they are trying to restrict it. So that is why in the forthcoming Parliament session we shall be taking up this matter. The UID bill has not yet been passed by Parliament. The Standing Committee has said this bill cannot go in this present form. There is no legal backing for this Aadhaar scheme. Before that they have started implementing. We have no objection to cash transfer where it's already in operation. If you're giving scholarships for, say, students or for pensions for old age people, etc., already that is being given in the form of cash. That also, if it is going to be given through the Aadhaar scheme, it should be inflation indexed. It should not be fixed. As prices go up, the amount of cash should go up commensurately. So this is as far as the cash transfer scheme is concerned. The other matter which I'd like to take up is, as you know, that all over the country there is serious concern about the security and safety of women after the brutal gang rape and death of a young woman in Delhi in the month of December. The government has promised to bring amendments to the laws related to rape and other sexual offences. Our party has already submitted a note to the Justice Verma Committee, where we have comprehensively given suggestions about what are the new proposals or suggestions or amendments that need to be made in the various laws related to sexual assaults on women and young girls. But that alone is not sufficient. The government must also bring in measures where the cases can be speedily dealt with. There has to be fast-track courts. The charge sheet filing should be done within 30 days in the case of sexual assaults against women. We have suggested the cases must be disposed within 3 months of the charge sheet being filed by the respective courts. But above all that, the rights of women as citizens, as equal citizens, must be assured. We are finding a number of views being aired where women are said, they say women can be protected if they stay at home. They shouldn't go out to work. Women should dress in a particular way. And various other restrictions which are coming out of a patriarchal and male-dominated viewpoint. We would like to tell the government that security and safety of women is not to be seen in isolation. It is also by assuring that women have all the rights as citizens, equality in all spheres. So this aspect must also be kept in mind. And I'd also like to draw your attention to what is happening in West Bengal. In the recent days, there have been more attacks on the leaders of the CPIM and the Left Front and other opposition parties. The senior leader of our party, who was a former minister and who is currently also an MLA, Abdul Razak Mullah, was set upon and beaten in the South 24 Parganas district. And he has suffered injuries, and the MRI shows he suffered a fracture in his vertebrae, in the spinal cord. He's still in hospital. But the police have not arrested the known assailants in this matter. And when we have conducted protests, there have been further attacks. 12 people were injured 3 days ago when they were going towards the rally we were organizing, and people are being arrested. That is, those who have attacked, they are not being arrested. The victims of the attack are being arrested, including those people who are taking the buses, the drivers of the buses carrying our people. They have been arrested. Their buses have been burnt down, and the state of affairs is such that people injured are not being admitted in government hospitals. They are being turned away. This is unheard of. Even in the case of Razak Mullah, who is a former minister and MLA, pressure has been put on the private hospital to discharge him. Though the police and the medical investigation shows that he has suffered a fracture in the vertebrae, in the back. So this is the state of affairs in West Bengal. More than 85 of our comrades, party members and supporters have been killed since the May 2011 assembly elections. And this sort of attack on democratic rights and democracy is going on. But people are in large numbers coming out to protest against this, as seen in the recent protest rallies. And we are warning the Trinamool Congress government that if they continue to adopt this sort of attitude, where physical violence and attacks can be conducted with impunity and nobody can be brought to book on this situation cannot be tolerated, and we shall take up this matter nationally and see that the Trinamool Congress government is forced to accept the rule of law and allow the police to take action against those who indulge in such violence. And finally, I have attended the Andhra Pradesh State Committee of our party's meeting today and yesterday, and our party strongly opposes the proposed increase in electricity tariffs. The regulatory authority has recommended a huge increase, which will put a burden of over 12,000 crores on the people. This is coming in the wake of the earlier continuous increases in the power tariffs, and our party has decided to oppose this, conduct a movement agitation against this, and we will appeal to other political parties and democratic forces to also join in this movement so that the people are spared from this serious attack which will come on them if this is implemented. That's all I have to say. No, our party never advocates presidency. Our party is a party which has consistently opposed use of Article 356. So there's no question of our asking. But what we are asking is that the state government should be held accountable. And already the governor has expressed concern about what he has called the Gundaism which is going on. That is the word he has used. And we want public opinion to be built up, and the right of opposition parties to conduct their normal activities, political activities, must be assured. So we will take up this issue both in West Bengal and nationally to create this public opinion, which will compel the state government to abide by the